I've tried to be nice. I really have tried to be nice. When we talk about Jonathan Smith and we talk about the Michigan State Spartans, they lose to Nebraska, and it's not that they lost to Nebraska. It truly isn't. And I know this is a far fetched idea because when you think about Jonathan Smith's bio, it's like 33 million. So the only way I can get my hope renewed is if he leaves for UCLA and just realizes that job is not meant for him. That's what I hope. But hope is not a strategy. And like I watch this team every week and I'm just flabbergasted at the incompetent coaching that they get. I sit here and I watch Mike Elko, who is in his second year at Texas A&M, and I see what he's able to do. I watch Kurt Signetti at Indiana. Now, I don't know about you, but Indiana has never been this amazing football school. So I really don't want to hear it from Spartan fans that uh, he needs time. Look at Manny Diaz. He's in his first? He's in his second year, and Duke is looking pretty good. I didn't know Duke was a football school. When you go through the motions and you just watch the team, and if you're a Michigan State fan, you might think of this and you might be watching this and going, "What the hell is this guy saying? Jonathan Smith needs more time." And to that, I'd say Jonathan Smith might need more time. He might. But the reality of the situation is that there's other uh, coaches that have done far more with less time. Kirk Signetti being one. First year makes playoff. I did not know that Indiana was a superpower. Okay, you might claim Texas A&M is a superpower. You might claim that Duke is a superpower for some odd reason because the ACC sucks, but that's not me. But when you talk about what Michigan State did again on Saturday, let's start with this. Jonathan Smith says on Saturday the offensive line wasn't the issue. Okay. He doubles back today and says, after further review, the offensive line was an issue. We got to be better for Aiden Childs. No shit, dummy. Like, no shit. Their offensive line was brutal. And if you want to know their offensive line numbers, they've given up 53 pressures this year, 39 hurries, 4 hits on the quarterback, and 10 sacks. That's just what Pro Football Focus has, okay? Their best player in terms of a blocker is Matt Golb in the center and Christian Phillips the guard. Okay, but other than that, you have a guy like Vinich. He's given up 1 pressure in 29 snaps. Connor Moore, 11 pressures in 165 snaps. Stanton Ramil has been brutal. Caleb Carter, brutal. Ashton Lippo, who is the tackle because Stanton Ramil is out, 75 snaps, 4 hits, 1 hit on the quarterback, 2 hurries, 4 pressures, and 1 sack. Ugh. His efficiency is 96.4%, which is absolutely awful. Look, I look at the offensive line. It looks disgusting. Like, I don't know how a coach of Jonathan Smith can okay this. Let's go to the defensive side because that gets even better because, let's look at the defensive side. When you look at the defensive side, when you realize that they only have 36 pressures. They have 60 total pressures, okay? They played in 5 games, and they've only had 9 sacks. Okay, that's not too bad. You look at the coverage grades, like on Pro Football Focus, and you go, who out there? Like, they paraded Joshua Eaton as like this grandiose player, right? He's been completed 80% of the balls on him. Okay. 80 Weil, 80%. Aiden West, 80%. You go down the line and it's just over and over and over and over and over again. Michigan State, they went in the portal and they got nothing. Like, I find it really hard to believe that Indiana can go in the portal and get guys. Duke can go in the portal and get guys. And Jonathan Smith at Michigan State can't get dudes. What are we talking about? I know if a Michigan fans are watching this video, they're gonna be like, "It's Michigan State. They're not that good." or their little brother or whatever the hell it's called. This is a top 25 college football program. It's time they start acting like it, man. And my hope is J Bat gets enough donors and they say goodbye to Jonathan Smith. I don't think you're going anywhere with this guy. Jonathan Smith is not going to do anything for you. I mean, 2 years in college football in this realm is terrible. And his first recruiting class was terrible, and his second recruiting class is trending to be terrible. And his, off in the distant future, which who cares about recruiting rankings anymore? It's about the portal rankings. Michigan State, they paraded Joshua Eaton as the cornerback that would save their whole thing. Pass rush still stinks, guys. The pass rush still stinks. I just I'm shocked at the level of people that are Michigan State fans that are like, yeah, this is totally fine, guys. We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be good. Like, what are we at? When did the Michigan State fans get so soft? When did they get so soft? They hold Tom Izzo to an impeccable accountability when Tom Izzo and Michigan State doesn't get to a Final Four. But you're not going to hold Jonathan Smith to the same impeccable standard? What a joke. And all you got to do, if you really want to take it this way, because I'll take it this way, I don't care. Adam Nightingale was hired around the same time that Jonathan Smith was hired, okay? Adam Nightingale has done a hell of a job in a harder sport to recruit, because not every team in the United States has a high school hockey team. It's a lot of travel. You got to travel to Canada, especially some of his recruits have came from Russia or the WHL. Like, it's not easy to recruit in college hockey. And somehow Nightingale has done a damn good job. He's getting good players in the portal because why? Because he's a damn good coach. The reality of the situation is Jonathan Smith is not a good coach. And Michigan State fans could sit here and they could talk about giving him time and all that jazz. It doesn't benefit you here, man. It doesn't benefit you here. So I'm very frustrated about where Michigan State's heading, because they feel like a team that is slipping into mediocrity long term. Now you think about Virginia Tech and you think about some of these other schools that were good at one point. Michigan State's trending in that direction. So the further that these people want to go and say that he needs more time, go look around college football. Indiana, they're not, like I said, Indiana is not a premium brand, and they're better than you. Duke is known for basketball, kind of like you are. And Manny Diaz is turning them around. Mike Elko at Texas A&M. I mean, Texas A&M has all the NIL and everything, but still, I mean, you watch that team and they have an identity. You watch Indiana, they have an identity. You watch Duke, they have an identity. Even though they're still moving along. But you watch Michigan State and you don't see an identity. You see an identity of losers. And that's just the reality. And it comes from the head coach. And he's not really an expressive guy. He's not exciting. And the team takes his mindset, because they're not good. They're not fun to watch. They're absolutely brutal to watch. And Aiden Childs and Nick Marsh and Omari Kelly, this should be the highest scoring offense in college football. Instead, they're hampered back by coaching. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this Michigan State football team. But I will tell you what, I can tell you this right now. I'm done with Jonathan Smith. I'm done. Just done. So that's how it ends. And we'll see you in the next video to talk more Michigan State sports, hopefully basketball, because I can't talk football. They're brutal. We'll see you in the next video.